after you come home from your surgery, so you've just discharged, you're typically going to come home to home health physical therapy. So that usually is going to be about a 2 to 3 week period after a surgery that is, say, a knee replacement, a hip replacement, a spinal fusion, a shoulder replacement. The intent of that is the hospital is wanting to make certain that once you actually discharge from the hospital, that you make that successfully. Big role for home health is trying to prevent rehospitalizations after surgeries, etc. Because there are a lot of times there are things that if the team gets in and they see an issue popping up, they can put nursing staff in, and then nursing can actually help to work on that medical side. So, um, so you're so you've just discharged, so you're home for in that 2 to 3 week phase. So physical therapy is going to start the process of your rehabilitation. And the, the thing about PT when in the home health setting is going to be you just have had a major surgery. And after that, we're PT wise anyway. PTs, we're fairly limited in what we're able to do. Like we want to start, start motion, start gentle movement, um, to kind of get things recovering, getting blood flow kind of moving in the area that where the surgery was. But we can't put hands on. The surgeons don't want us to do that very early on. Also, a big focus of what home health is going to be focused on at that point is just that you're safe, that you're not going to have a fall, that you're able to move around, like I said earlier, in your home environment in a safe way. So that is typically the goal of home health. Then, after you get to that 2 to 3 week period, you're generally going to return to your surgeon for that first follow up visit. And after that follow up visit, usually your surgeon is going to say, okay, you can go to outpatient now. So that's where things are going to change and start to differ a little bit depending on the type of surgery that you had. So let's say you had a knee replacement. Without a doubt, 95% of you are going to go to outpatient at that point. Occasionally, you'll run into people that uh, have no way to get to outpatient, so they're needing to stay with home health. Sometimes patients are not able to afford going into outpatient, and they need to be able to stay with home health. Sometimes patients have a low functioning level, and they don't need to go to outpatient. So there's a small percentage of the population that would kind of fall into that, but 95% of the people, if you've had a knee replacement, you need to expect that you're going to be going to outpatient. If you've had a shoulder replacement or a rotator cuff repair or something like that, you are again, you're going to be one of those ones that is going to need to go into outpatient physical therapy. Um, if you've had a hip replacement, now we're starting to differ a little bit at this point. A hip replacement, those that's like 50-50. I've found. And I'm gonna say the same thing for lumbar fusions or spot. Not I said lumbar, spinal fusions. Let's call it that. Although most of the time it is a lumbar, but spinal fusions in general, spinal fusions and hip replacements. Those are surgeries a lot of times, and outpatient is not necessarily going to be necessary. I would say, and I've had a lot of patients whose surgeons really leave it up to the patient and kind of determining, do you feel like you're making progress? How are things going? That type of thing. And whereas the knee replacement and shoulder surgeries, usually that's not even the patient doesn't even have a say in that. Usually that's the surgeon saying, absolutely, you're going to outpatient. For these hip replacements and back surgeries, spine surgeries, there's a lot of times that those patients will stay with home health because, really and truly, honestly, if you walk consistently, you move, you do the exercises that your PT starts you with, and focus on um, within home health, really things will. If the surgery's gone well, that will oftentimes take care of itself. And so going on to outpatient is really not necessary. Now, if you are a person that is at a very high functioning level, or let's say you're a very young person, regardless of the type of surgery, I would really recommend that you go to outpatient physical therapy, simply because that outpatient therapist is going to push you to a higher functional level than what home health is going to be able to do for you. Um, but if you are, and that's, as I said, regardless of the surgery. But if you are, you know, the vast majority of adults, if you've had a hip replacement and a back replacement, it's really kind of 50-50 if you need to go. I would say if you are progressing well, your pain is under control, your functioning is returning, or your function is returning, and your strength is coming along, you could probably just continue on with home health and be just fine. Going to outpatient for those um, types of surgeries is not often, or it's not always necessary. If you're having any sort of a negative response to your rehab, then yeah, you're going to want to go into outpatient. Let me tell you one other thing to think about that just comes to mind as far as outpatient versus home health, and after your surgery, should you actually go into outpatient physical therapy? Um, in home health that you start with, they are not going to have as many visits as are going to be allowed in outpatient physical therapy. It's kind of and this has really affected everybody in the therapy world and in the medical world too. But as people and companies look to save money and cut costs, uh, insurance companies do the same thing. And so home health PTs, I think, have seen a lot of their visits being cut that they used to could do. So you aren't going to get as many visits in home health as you will in outpatient. Part of that is because in outpatient or in home health, that's typically 100% paid for by the insurance, whereas you go over to outpatient and there are generally copays there. And so, since the insurance company isn't paying for 100% of it, you're going to be able to do more of it in the outpatient setting. So that's another reason that a person sometimes would benefit more switching into outpatient if the therapy is not going along quite as well and stuff like that. Um, One other thing, that I know that I don't mean to shotgun you with a bunch of ideas here, but one other thing to think about when you're thinking about, do I need to go into outpatient physical therapy, say after home health? And the reason I'm including home health in that is because the vast majority of patients are going to come home with home health from the hospital after they've had a surgery. You're thinking cardiac patients, and actually, let me throw cardiac patients into this as well because I'm talking any post surgery. After cardiac surgeries, those patients will benefit from home health initially, just as as we PTs help you go and help you progress. But even they, I would say, 95% of the time are going to need to move into outpatient cardiac rehab. I might do a whole nother video on all that and kind of talk about the differences. But even cardiac patients would be thinking of going into that outpatient setting, not so much for outpatient physical therapy, though. That would be for outpatient cardiac rehab to help continue to push themselves along and to continue to work that muscle that is the heart that's had this surgery at a higher functioning level. Um, but the thing that you want to think about, which I was saying before I got sidetracked on the cardiac rehab. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place. But sometimes that's just the way it is when you're talking with patients. Uh, so, one thing to think about when you're comparing doing physical therapy in a home setting versus doing physical therapy over in an outpatient setting, the difference in those two settings is going to be in home health. Always used to say with home health that home health physical therapists are always at a slight disadvantage because they are always playing on the opposing team, or not the opposing, let's say the visitors home field, so to speak. So, home health physical therapists do not have the benefit of being the home field. They're working in an environment that oftentimes they've never been in before. They're having to make do with what they have and try to get creative to be able to work with that patient to progress them along in the setting where that patient lives. Whereas you flip over into outpatient, And now when you come into the clinic to see us, now you're on our home field. Okay. So now the advantage actually flips to our side of the table here. So in football games, you know, it's always a little bit more difficult to play on the visitors team or on the visitors field, and it's just because there is such a thing as home field advantage. Well, when you come into the outpatient clinic, now we're the home team, and the patient coming in is playing on our field that we're very used to, and so we're gonna have bells and whistles. We're gonna have machinery. We're gonna have all types of equipment that is at our hands that we use every single day. And so we're able to kind of work at a higher functioning level because, again, the advantage is on our side. Whereas in home health, it's not so much. That's not to say that people can't do really well with home health. They absolutely can. Um, but remember, the typical home health patient are those patients very early on, and so there's not really a whole lot that you can do with those patients anyway. So to have all the bells and whistles right out of the bat with those patients would almost be kind of a little bit of a waste because it's not necessary. Those patients are in a protective phase and they're working low intensity and easy and gentle and all that, and that's what home health physical therapy is designed for, in addition to safety and all that kind of a thing. Whereas you come into outpatient and now you've healed, you've progressed down, you know, you've made it down the road a little bit. You're 3, 4 weeks away from that surgery, or well, 2 to 4 weeks away from that surgery, say. So things are already progressing a little bit for you. So now we can start pushing you to higher levels and we can start working you harder. And that is when we need those additional bells and whistles. Um, so this was a little bit scattershot, but I hope that it did educate you a little bit into what you can expect after a surgery, and trying to help make that decision of should you go on to outpatient physical therapy after you've had that surgery. What I would generally recommend is if you've had a knee replacement, a shoulder replacement, a shoulder surgery, a rotator cuff repair, um, a, well, let's go back to any knee surgery. If you've had an ankle surgery, which I haven't mentioned really, but we'll throw ankles in. If you've had a cardiac surgery, any of those folks should go on into outpatient. That should be part of your mindset that, yes, when I finish with home health and when I'm ready and when the surgeon says I'm ready to go, I'm going on into outpatient physical therapy to go to a higher level. Whereas if you have had a hip replacement, if you've had a spinal fusion, completely might not be necessary at all. You might be able to just do home health and never have to go to outpatient. So I hope that this has been beneficial for you. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below and we'll catch you next time. All right. Y'all have a good one.